Yep, welcome to Radiant. It's Radiant 193. And it is the Radiant of all time. And we have players, and they are going to play the stacking game, and they stack. Yeah. But anyway, we're going to get into our first match. It's a warm-up between Nara and Gutcher. And we'll just get into the warm-up. Here we go. And Gutcher's... Okay, now it goes for PCO. I was about to say Gutcher's not doing anything, but now they're doing something. Okay. Gutcher with the 7-2 stack, and Nara had a bunch of rough misdrops that caused him to lose the warm-up, but it's just a warm-up, it's fine. Alright, that's the warm-up, and Gutcher will take the warm-up. Okay, let's go into the actual match. Okay, Gutcher goes for PCO, whilst Nara going for MKO. No perfect cliff for Gutcher, and Gutcher's already on the back foot, but is going on the down stack, and most definitely down stacked with the 20 spike. A little bit of a teaspoon single donation from Gutcher. Ooh, that's a bit of a rough stack for Gutcher, as Nara builds up the attack and releases a 12 surge for 29 spike to get the first point. Okay, Gutcher's gonna go for stick spin, whilst Nara goes for SDPC spin. And does wait for Nara to send. Ooh, rough Z miss drop. Okay, we're going into the third round. We are going to likely see the same openers again, and ooh, Gutcher miss drop. Rob's there, stick spin. Ooh, Nara does go for SDPC once again. Nara does have a little bit of clean garbage and has already downstacked basically all of it and is likely going to transition into 6-3. And he releases to the 7 surge, but it's not going to send that much. And Gutcher misdrops and is forced to break surge, whilst Nara puts on the pressure. And Nara most certainly put on the pressure. Alright, let's continue. We're going to see no perfect clear from Gutcher, and we're going to see MKO from Nara. Nara a bit higher up, but it does seem like they've got a pretty clean, easy down stack over here. Almost misdrops. Yeah. Oh, and I'm assuming dropped in force and broke surge. Ooh, rough L placement, and Gutcher is on the board. J placement, not L. I'm dumb. Okay, we're going to see stick spin from Gutcher once again, and SDPC spin from Nara. Alright, we've got a clean 9-0 stack with the garbage, and it might be enough to kill. Gutcher surge. And Gutcher kills. Okay. It looks like we're going to see both stick spin and SDPC spin once again. Nara is the first to send and does give Gutcher the... Opens up the well. And it looks like both players are on similar tracks. Oh, we got a We've got, I believe that's we've got the 2 T-spin doubles, setting up a T-spin double into a quad with the, I believe that was a dono. Oh, does break a bit with the rough stacking, but is going to transition into 6-3, whilst Nara is a bit rough at the garbage, but does clear it up quickly. Okay. A bit high, but Nara can go down. And it's getting close to that clean garbage, opens up the clean garbage, sends the quad. Whilst Gacha is downstacking, just downstacked to the 14 spike. Right. Nara could transition into... Oh, never mind. Thought he was going to transition into 6-3, but he's just going to downstack the rest of his garbage. Isn't finding that much damage potential, whilst Gacha does put on the pressure. Okay. Nara is trying to open the well, is a bit high, gets the eye, and barely survives, and just gets out in time. Okay. Gacha trying to downstack the garbage, opens up the well. But Nara is going to downstack, gets the 35 spike, and that's going to kill. Alright. And into the 7th round. TKI from Nara and No Perfect and PCO from Gacha. I think Gacha is just going for the PCO base to start off with and not actually going for the perfect clear. Okay, we do see a T-spin triple from Gacha, but Nara has a significant surge lead. And releases a 31 spike, 36 spike with the surge, but it's not enough to kill. Gacha retaliates with the 18 spike, and and Nara downstacks all that clean. It's just clean. Oh, okay. Bit of an early surge break from rough high T-spin drop. Gacha doing a 9-0 stack, probably going to transition away from it due to the garbage. And does transition away as Nara sends a 17 spike, but it's not that effective. Or is it somewhat effective? And Gacha's got a clean 4-5 stack, whilst Nara is quite high and needs to go down. Okay. Oh, Nara's putting up on the pressure, and did go down. He did go down. Okay. Nara putting on... Nara with a significant surge lead. 9 surge compared to no back-to-back. 11 surge, 12. Gacha is going for the 4-5. Nara releases surge, but it's not enough to kill. And now Nara is on the downstack game. But does downstack to some clean in the 2-5. But we'll probably have to go back to downstacking clean. That's a rough Janus drop. And Gacha's going to keep up the pressure and get the kill. And it's going to be 3-4. Right. We do see stick spin from Gacha and SDPC spin once again from Nara. Oh, really good garbage placement for Gacha. Nara retaliates with the 29 spike, but it's not enough to kill. But Gacha does get the kill with 1 APP and unfortunately 6-7 attack. And ties it up. Okay, Gacha goes for the base and for the base. For the PCO base, my bad. And Nara is already on the back foot. Okay. Gacha releases a 23 spike and... No, not... And Gotcha is in a bit of trouble trying to downstack. Does have some more clean garbage that Nara sent over, and Nara's now the one in trouble. Did you see a sneaky gunner from Gotcha? Really breaks surge a bit early. And oh, that's a log. She's coming from that short surge from Nara. And Gotcha's trying to go down. Gotcha cannot go down, and Nara does not lose the lead. Okay, we do see once again stick spin from Gotcha and I believe that was SDPC spin once again from Nara. Okay, 27 spike coming in from Gotcha, and it's enough to make it tied again. Alright, we see once again the same openers, stick spin and SDPC spin from Gotcha and Nara respectively. Okay. And we've got the 6-3 stack coming in from Gotcha. Breaks the 14 surge, just barely not enough to kill. And not Gotcha, Nara goes on a down stack of the 25 spike, and is still down stacking. 18 spike from Nara, and Gotcha is a bit high. Does have a clean well that could be used for a spike. But does have a lot of cheesy garbage that they're gonna have to get through. But Gotcha does have the surge advantage compared to Nara. And now they don't. Okay. A little bit of cheese down stack. Of course, Nara deals with less than ideal board. Okay. 22 spike coming in from Nara, breaking his 10 surge. Okay, a bit high for Nara. He needs to go down. Okay, does go down, and now Gotcha's the one that's a bit high. And Gotcha was too high and dies to Nara. Okay, we see stick spin from Gotcha once again, and SDPC spin from Nara once again. Gotcha the first to send, Nara just cancels. And now Gotcha with the all clear. And Nara the first to break surge, forcing Gotcha to do a less than ideal surge break. And Gotcha, oh, SDPC drop. Can Nara capitalize? Nara is a bit high. Nara's in big trouble, and Nara is dead, and it's tied again. Okay, Gotcha misdrops their opener, but based on the trends that we've seen in this match, it was likely going to be stick spin, I'd say. And Nara once again with SDPC spin. It does mean Gotcha gets to tank some of the garbage that Nara sends. Okay, Nara with the 19 spike. And Nara a bit rough, has a bit of rough stacking. That was an awfully high S. Can't get the eyepiece in, and does not have any damage potential, and is just stuck down stacking. Or Gotcha has a lot of damage potential on their, well, they're making damage potential with all spins. Release a surge. But Nara does have the surge charge now. 13 spike from Nara, while still maintaining surge. Releases it, but it's not enough to kill. And Gacha releases their surge and gets the kill. Okay, Gacha going for the PCO base, whilst Nara goes for SDPC spin. Okay, Gacha with downstacks spike, but it's not enough to kill Nara. And Gacha has a really had a rough board statement, but position, but cleaned it up. Okay, Nara is low, Gacha is high, Nara has a potential to kill. Oh, misdrop. I believe that was an S misdrop. Okay. And both players, well, I'd say both players are now back at the bottom, but okay, I was about to say then now only Nara's at the bottom, but now it's more so Nara's in the middle. Oh, a lot of cheese on Gacha's board. And they need to downstack that before Nara can put on the pressure. And Nara is trying to put on the pressure. Gacha still has a lot of cheese. And they're trying to downstack it. They've gone rid of most of the cheese. But Nara spikes. Nara killed. It's tied again. Right, we're going to see Stick Spin and SDPC. Nara the first to send. Okay, a bit of rough garbage on Nara's board over there. Yeah, a bit of rough garbage, and Bro, I believe just gave up. And Gacha retains the lead. Right? Both players go for an SDPC base. Not SDPC base. PC base. Oops. Okay. It's coming in from Gacha. Forced to break because of Nara's attack. Okay, we do get the 7 combo multiplier quad. And Gacha is a bit high. And Nara's Jameis drop really did not pan out well for him. And it's going to be 9-7. Right, in comes TKI from Nara, and the PC base is from Gacha. I've said SDPC so many times that I'm just saying it when there's no SDPC base. Okay. Gacha with the 4-5 stack, whilst Nara puts on the pressure. Gacha releases it. Nara's going to be forced to break surge, but it's still in a rough statement. That 11 spike's going to kill, and Gacha's at match point. They're at match point. Nara needs to win 4 points in a row to prevent himself from going to the losers bracket, and Gacha severely misdrops their opener. Just major misdrops all around, but does recover. But is on a slight surge deficit. 41 spike coming in from Nara, and it's going to be 10-8. Okay, we got TKI coming in from Gacha, and I believe Nara Ops. I think he misdropped his opener. 4-5 stack. Gacha with the 23 spike. This could be the end of the game, and it is. Gacha wins the match and is going to move on to the winners finals. Well played to both players. Both players with similar stats, with Gacha having slightly better efficiency. And now we're going to move on to the other winners semi-finals match, which is going to be Lucas Draken versus Smelly. Smelly is also known as Melodinkyu, I believe. They are also a Hummingbird commentator, and Lucas Draken is also known as Baker Macintosh. So we've just got to wait for Smelly to get in the lobby. And hopefully that will happen very soon. You can see Smelly Plays Tetris is in chat, is in Twitch chat. Soon TM. I'm currently living on coffee at the moment. And then after this is done, Smelly's in the room now. After this is done, we're going to move on to the two losers quarterfinals matches, which are going to be based on. The first one will be, I believe the first one will be Quad Spam versus the loser of this match, and then the second one will be, I believe, Idvali versus Nara. If I'm remembering the results correctly. Alright, we do have a warm-up. Big Macintosh with the all clear from them, and Melodinkyu misdropping. Not something you want to do in the actual game, but good thing it's the warm-up, so Melodinkyu, they're going to try to downstack, but those misdrops and the delay. Oh, no, never mind, they actually get out. I thought they were dead. They escape, and now they do have a surge deficit. Executes the fractal, but the surge deficit is still there. And now it's stronger because Melodinkyu broke. Lucas breaks his surge for a 27 spike, but it's not enough to kill. Okay. Has a early surge break. And Melodinkyu now the one charging surge over here. And Big Macintosh now the one with the surge deficit. Okay. 13 surge, 14 surge, 15. It's getting to Big Mac and it's getting to Lucas Draken. Lucas misdrops the J, and that might be a death sentence for Lucas if Melodinkyu can just release surge. Or not. Not, they're going to charge. They release it for a 43 spike. There is nothing Lucas can do. And Melodinkyu wins the warm-up. Smelly wins the warm-up. What a warm-up of all time. I thought that was going to be a quick win for Lucas, but I was proven wrong. Anyway, let's get to the actual game. Let's go. TKI coming in from Lucas, and Smelly going for not stick spin. I thought it was going to be stick spin based on the T position, but it was an SDPC based opener. And Big Macintosh a bit high up and does take the double quad. Melodinkyu with some rough misdrops and is not dead yet. Okay, we still got the surge from Lucas. Lucas with a significantly high surge. Lucas breaking surge, and that's dead. One piece away from the T. So I don't think the T-spin would have been executed anyway. The T-spin triple. Okay, we've got PCO. Gets the perfect clear. Melodinkyu does not get a perfect clear. And is a bit high up. Okay. Big Macintosh with the 5-4 garbage well. Misdrops. That's a clutch clears, and unfortunately he couldn't get out. Okay. Lucas, I thought he was going to go for TKI, but he may have misdropped. I couldn't tell. But Melody Q with... Melody... Oh, that was an L misdrop. There's nothing they could do. Nothing they could do. MKO coming in from Big Macintosh, and we got some center forward coming in from Melody Q. Misdrops ups the L and doesn't really get much damage out of it though. Oh, hot log cameo. Thank you, Korchan. Okay, Big Mac and Lucas kind of high up, but Melody Q had a rough board statement and they couldn't capitalize. Alright, income. And now Big Macintosh is a bit lower. T-spin trouble coming in from Big Macintosh. Oh, that's a 24 spike! Like, Lucas is in trouble, Lucas is dead. And it's gonna be tied to 2-2. Alright. Melody Q is not... Okay, now Melody Q is playing with TKI. Okay. Was stalling for, I'm assuming, the garbage, and the stall for the garbage most certainly worked. And Melody Q takes the lead. Alright, we got MKO coming in from Lucas, and we got a fractal coming 6-3 stack with a fractal coming in from Melody Q. Okay. Pretty even surges, but Melody Q a lot higher and has to break. Big Macintosh with a bit of a rough stack and had to break as well, but the spike does kill from the break with help from the S misdrop from Melody Q from Smelly. I believe there was a bit of a TKI variation from both players. So I'm getting the open names wrong, but Lucas had a bit of a rough misdrop. And does let Melody Q get the surge advantage pretty early on. Alright. A lot of cheese on Lucas's board, which is not going to be helped by the fact that there is a 21 surge on for Smelly. Or going for the STSD and keeps the surge alive. 28. Big Macintosh just has some clean, and Melody Q releases the surge and it just kills. And Melody Q keeps the lead. We've got PCO coming from Lucas, and I legitimately do not know what that opening was from Smelly. My apologies, I'm not a good commentator. Right. Very similar surges for both players, and Lucas with the 6-3 stack. Smelly trying to downstack. Lucas the first to break. Smelly responds with the break and a quad to go with it, and kills, making the lead bigger. And remember, we are in loser's bracket. The loser will be knocked out of the tournament and will be going home. Okay, Melody Q has a 12 surge already. Big Mac Lucas does not have a 12 surge. Lucas only has a 6 surge. And now Lucas has no surge, but does have a major spike that does force Smelly to break. Okay. 11 surge coming in from Lucas, and does unfortunately go into an 8-1 stack. You don't want that to happen. Was that an S misdrop or just a very clever don't know. Almost gets Smelly there, but Smelly does have a low board stack and clean garbage that is going to force Lucas to break surge, and it's not enough to kill. And now Lucas is on the offset of backseat. Smelly brakes, and Smelly kills. It's gonna be 3-6. Okay, TKI from both players. And we're gonna see a fractal coming in from Lucas. Right? A bit of us. We got this. A bit of similar surges to both players. Smelly the first to break, but with a 22 spike to go with it. Right? Oh, that's a lot of rough misdrops on Lucas's board, and there is nothing he can do. Here we have TKI coming in from Lucas and not Sticksman again, and the STPC based opener where you do that. I do not know what it's called. My apologies. But anyway, Lucas does get a nice, does keep his board low and makes it 4-7. Right. All right. Double perfect flare from. There was a double PC that for Lucas. What? Anyway, Smelly breaks their surge and sends a 17 spike, but Lucas is kind of high up. I thought they were cooked with the blocked well, but they aren't. Okay, 9-0 stack from Smelly. Does use the donation S-spin to follow up by quad. Tanks some garbage. Smelly goes down and goes down. I believe that was an own misdrop. That might be a forced surge break. No, it's not. It's a lot of rough garbage that can be resolved with all spins. Misdrops IPP, that's a bit high. Smelly breaks surge, but it's not enough to kill. And that's just a decent amount of clean sense to Lucas. Lucas is at the bottom of the board, both players at the bottom of the board, and Lucas goes into upstacks 4-5 stack. I believe that was a T-miss drop, transferring into a T-spin triple. Smelly, also the T-spin triple. Lucas is very high up, has to break surge. Smelly still has their surge charge, and has to break it in order to not die to Lucas. And now Smelly goes on the down stack, is down stacking, and is waiting for Lucas to send that quad back. And I believe that was a armor shot there. Smelly is back high up and dies to Lucas's spike. It's gonna be 5-7. Right, we see TKI coming in from both players. Big Mac, Lucas with the fractal. Okay, so we have an 8 surge coming from Lucas, but it's not gonna matter as Smelly had some misdrops. And Lucas is only 1 point away from tying the game up again. MKO coming in from Lucas. Yeah, I'm not mentioning it. I'm not mentioning what the score was. But anyway, that's a nice surge break from. That's a nice surge break from Smelly, and it's going to be 6-8. You're welcome, Quadrant. Okay, we got TKI coming from, I believe, both players. It looked like TKI. Okay, that was a bit. Lucas prevents himself from making the 8-1, but does have a major surge deficit. 14 surge, while he's got no surge. Smelly does make some misdrops, it seems there. And has to break 23 spike. Break their 19 surge to make a 23 spike. And Big Macintosh Oh, Big Macintosh retaliates, and it's 7-8. Lucas has the chance to tie it up again. Smelly, I believe, went for stick spin, and Lucas went for TKI. Alright. Lucas on the down stacks all the garbage. But Smelly has a surge lead and has to break. Smelly is still kind of high up, and it is now tied with Lucas's 19 spike to tie it. It's 8-8. It's still anyone's game. And what do you think? Just a couple of rounds ago, it was 3-7, I believe. Okay, a bit of a spiky eye play coming from Big Macintosh, and not much, and about no surge to go with it. 20 spike coming in from Smelly, and Lucas does go on the down stack, and it's going to be Lucas taking the lead. Yeah, Big Mac is playing well. TKI coming in from Lucas, and I believe that was supposed to be an SDPC based opener, but didn't get the pieces in time. We do have a 6-3 stack coming on Smelly's board. Okay, now we don't. Now we don't. It's garbage, and that's a nasty spike. 21 spike, 27 spike coming. 31, 33, 39. That was a very long spike. And it is not enough to kill, but that is going to be enough to kill. And that 30 spike will be enough to kill, and it is tied again. Okay, smash. Right, we do see, I believe that was stick spin from Smelly. Okay, 25 spike coming in from Lucas. Right. Lucas does have a bit, does go down. Smelly with a bit of rough garbage. So, Lucas with a lot of rough garbage, actually. I stand corrected, and it is match point to Smelly. Will we see a tiebreaker? We do see PCO coming in from Lucas. Second PC. Can we get a third? No, we cannot get a third. No, this might be the end of the game. Is it? Not yet. Lucas with the down stack. It's now got a clean 6-3 stack. That could be it. That's a 19, 20, 36. It's not enough to kill because of the clean gun, which Lucas had. Lucas covers well with the eye. It could be it. And it is it. Smelly remains in the game, and Lucas is eliminated. Well played to both players. Well played. You mean, yeah, you mean loser's bracket? Yeah, this is loser's bracket. That's why I said Lucas is eliminated. Yeah, that eyepiece was kind of brutal, to be honest. And anyway, we're going to move on to... Oh, this is winner's bracket. Oh, my bad. I just realized this is winner's bracket. Oh, I thought this was loser's bracket. That's an epic fail from me. My apologies. Anyway, so Lucas falls to loser's bracket, and Smelly stays in the game. I stand corrected. Yeah, I'm so... Yeah, commentator's idiot. Epic fail. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna move on to the losers bracket, really. I would like to apologize. Anyway, so we've got Nara versus Apple Bloom. Apple Bloom is also known as Quad Spam. And we are gonna go to, and there is a major skill difference, I would say. Wait, why does Apple Wait, what the? Okay. Okay, that was... Okay, 1 sec. We're gonna wait for our streamer to get back in the lobby. Oh, there's our streamer. There's our streamer back in the lobby. Alright, we're gonna get into the warm-up between Applebloom and Nara, and there is a major TR difference between these two players. Oh wait, Nara's saying that he does not want a warm-up. So we may not be getting into a warm-up. Why is Gacha showing up? Why did Gacha show up on the transition? Oh. Why did Gacha show up on the transition there? And this is... And... Yeah, we can see this. We can see the inner working. He's there. Okay, no warm-up. There is a major TR difference. But anyway, let's just get into the game. That's in the past. Let's just get into the game. And we do see TKI coming in from both players to start. Okay. SDPC spin coming in from Applebloom. No. Nara does have the major skill advantage, as I've said, I don't know, a lot of times. So this is probably going to be a kind of one-sided match. We do see the 21 spike coming in from Nara. It might be it might be a quick kill for Nara. Or not. Nara does have some cheesy garbage, but while downstacking does send back the cheesy garbage a bit. Okay. Or the Elmas drop from Nara, but it's not going to really matter because Applebloom really does not have a high stack. Applebloom misdrops twice. Nara breaks the short surge and is now... And Applebloom is on the back foot. And this might be a kill, and it is a kill. Okay, we're gonna go into the second round, and it looks like we're gonna see SDPC spin coming in from both players. Right, 5 surge, 6 surge from Applebloom. Nara with the 16 spike, and that kills. Okay. And we're gonna and Nara has the lead. And looks like Applebloom is going for TKI, but did not get the TKI. And we've just noticed that the background is missing. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. Okay. Applebloom does have the surge lead, but Nara does spike with the 23 surge and forces Applebloom to give up the surge lead. Nara does tank some of the damage. And Nara does have the 9-0 stack, and it's going to go down to an 8-1. That's a rough spike, and there is not much Nara can do. Applebloom is on the board. I want to count Applebloom out immediately. I would at the moment. Right. We do see a little bit of a rough opening stack for both players. So, Nara is gonna go for a bit of a down stack. Alright. Okay. Both players are at the bottom of their board at the moment. Okay. And hopefully... And Nara remains at the bottom of their board whilst Applebloom charges surge. Sorry, remains at the bottom of his board. My apologies. Okay, Nara with the surge lead. And is looking to keep the surge lead with that T-spin double. Looks like it was going to be a T-spin triple. Now that's a T-spin triple. Okay, 14 surge, but a bit of rough stacking. Breaks before surge. Okay, and it's not enough to kill. Okay, we do have 9-0 stack coming in from Nara, and it looks like it's going to be transitioning into 5-4. Whilst Apple Bloom does keep. Okay, no, he's not going to keep the 9-0 stack. Nara with the 21 spike and does get the kill. Okay, TKI coming in from Apple Bloom, and looks like an SDPC ultimate. SDPC Finn coming in from Nara. Okay. We do have someone go down. Start coming in from Nara. And that's a lot of cheese on Apple Bloom's board before the clean. And Nara gets the kill. Honest, Nightbot has mentioned in chat, we are Hummingbird Nest is hosting a LAN in Millenia, the Philippines in December, so if you're interested in that, you may go and check that out. Anyway, Nara with SDPC Sperm, and I didn't catch Apple Bloom's opener. Okay, 18 spike coming in from Nara, but it's not enough to kill. But Nara does have really good garbage placement, and now Apple Bloom is in a bit of trouble. Another big spike coming in from Nara, and that's going to be 24. Apple Bloom is still alive. How are they alive? And now Apple Bloom's on the down stack. Okay. Nara is going to go down. Hopefully. And does have a 4-5. Nara does have a 4-5 stack and is putting Apple Bloom in trouble. But Apple Bloom is going to continue to go down. Hopefully. Alright. Apple Bloom is a bit higher than Nara, but now we just have. Okay, no, it doesn't have. Now they don't have the surge lead. I thought Nara had surge lead, but nope, it was tied, and now there's no surge lead. But now there's no surge from either player. Well, a low surge from Nara, because Nara's double quad forced Apple Bloom to break. 15 spike. But it's not enough to kill, and Nara does have a little bit of rough stacking. And now both players are at the bottom of their stacks. And they want to change, and they're looking to change that fact as quickly as possible. We do have a 10 surge coming in from Nara, whilst Apple Bloom is about. Oh no, never mind. They're not going to get their surge. So yeah, major surge lead coming in from Nara, whilst Apple Bloom does not really have much damage potential. This may be it for Apple Bloom. 29 spike, and that's a kill. And Nara keeps a major lead. Alright, TKI. I believe it was TKI coming from Apple Bloom and SDPC spin from Nara. Oh. Okay, trying to get to the well. Has to break his 4 surge, which isn't that big of a surge. But Apple Bloom does break his surge for the 19 spike. Apple Bloom going for mostly just 9-0 stacking and using quads. Probably not any more as they've opened up the garbage well. Yep, they've transitioned into 6-3. And Nara trying to go for the down stack, and did go for the down stack. And goes for the 14 spike. That's a lot of cheese on Apple Bloom's board. This could be really bad for Apple Bloom if they can't get down quick enough. And currently they are not going down quick enough. No, now they are. Nara can't put the pressure on, and now Apple Bloom has got rid of the cheese, and now Nara has the cheese. Okay. Apple Bloom with a surge advantage, whilst Nara is trying to prevent Apple Bloom from getting the spike. That's a 29 spike coming from Apple Bloom, and Nara can downstacks, and it is nullified. And now Nara's got the advantage. And now Apple Bloom is dead. Okay, PCO coming in from Apple Bloom, no perfect clear. And PCO also coming in from Nara. Well, that's a major misdrop from Nara. This could be lights out. This could be lights out. It is lights out. Apple Bloom making it 2-6. We do see SDPC spin from both players. Apple Bloom being the first to send. Really good garbage placement. And yeah, that's just going to be a quick kill with that garbage placement. Okay, Quentin says that they think Apple Bloom can play a bit more greedy to really max out the efficiency. Okay. TKI coming in from both players. Right. We do see a bit high stack coming in from Nara, and a bit of aggressive play coming from Apple Bloom. 10 surge, whilst Nara has no surge. And Nara's probably gonna have to... is trying to go down. Apple Bloom releases for the 20 spike, but it's not enough to kill. Okay, and now there's no surge on either player's board, but Nara does have to downstack the cheese and has gone rid of the cheese. And now the cheese is on Apple Bloom's board, and for a bit. Ooh, ZP space drop from Apple Bloom, and that might be it. And now it's going to be 2-8. I'll mention things are starting to look bleak for Apple Bloom. Okay, we do see, I believe, SDPC spin coming from both players. Okay, Nara the first to send. Pretty decent garbage placement in the centered board, but doesn't allow for a counter spike boosted by the opener, really. I was about to say slight surge lead for Nara, but now major surge lead that he is going to use the break for a 27 spike. Apple Bloom is on the back foot, but Nara doesn't really have that much damage potential and needs to go on the up stack. And is going on the up stack. And is going on the up stack and now has the surge advantage. Okay. Whilst Nara is going to go for the down stack over here. And Apple Bloom is in a bit of trouble. Is forced to release surge. Nara is going to break for the 29 spike and the kill. And it's going to be 2-9. Okay, we've got... I don't really know what happened there for Nara, but we do see TKI and a miss drop for Apple Bloom. Okay, a bit of rough start for the opening phase for both players. And now that's going to be an early surge break for... actually both parties. I was about to say just Nara. And that's a bit of a rough miss drop. Can he resolve it? Yes, he does, but now he needs to go down. He has gone down and now has a clean 6-3. Compared to Apple Bloom's 7-2. Okay. We do have a bit of high stacking from Nara. Apple Bloom releases for the 16 spike. And it's gonna be probably lights out here for Apple Bloom. Oh no, not yet. I thought Nara's going to release surge there, but no, not yet. Okay. Nara is going to go back into the 6-3 stacking. Apple Bloom is going to go is also in the 6-3 second, but will likely have to transition away to down stack. And surge release for Apple Bloom, but now they are on a major surge deficit. 19 spike from Nara, trying to squeeze out the kill. Can he squeeze out the kill? Yes, he can. It is match points to Nara. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be likely just a clean win for Nara. Yep, no perfect cliff for both players. Both players are going for a PCO. 4 surge, 5 surge for Nara. Make that 8, 9, 10. A bit of a minor surge lead for Nara, and I would say better board state. Okay. Apple Bloom, the first break. That Nara has a break and can't capitalize it by getting caught off guard by Apple Bloom's break. Okay. We do see a team misdrop from Nara. Apple Bloom going for 8-1, which is not something you want to be in, as you're going to have to waste minimum half your eyepieces to be in 8-1. Does get out of 8-1 though. Right. Okay. And Nara trying to squeeze out the kill. The surge charge. Breaks. Gets the 18, 25, 26 spike. It's just barely not enough to kill. And Nara's gonna have to try harder to go for the kill. And Apple Bloom with 20 spike. Okay. Both players with clean garbage. And we do see that's an Nara almost gets put, almost dies to the surge. Zed misdrop from Nara, that's likely going to be it for Nara this round. It is. No, but Nara's still got a lot of breathing potential for her over here. But remember, it's not over until someone reaches 11 points. And Apple Bloom is going to fall wide, whilst Nara does the PCO base. Yep, in comes the Ren Gaming. Does not get a decent combo. This might be it. Yep, that's it. And Nara takes it with a clean 11-3 victory. And Apple Bloom is eliminated. Now I'm actually saying it's loser's bracket when it's actually loser's bracket. And we're going to move on to the other loser's bracket match. Which is going to be Tavi versus Lucas Draken. Okay. Okay, both players are in the broom. And oh great. And it looks like our stream host has left the room. Oops. Alright, we're going to ask both players if they want to warm up. Lucas has declined to warm up. And hopefully we should be getting into it very soon. Chill tournament. Chill tourney, okay. Yep, we're just gonna go straight into the match. Let's go right into it. You see TKI coming in from Lucas and SDPC spin coming in from. Wait, no, that's stick spin, not SDPC spin. And we do see a 6-3 stack from Tavi. Nope, it's gonna become a 7-2 due to garbage. JP's misdrop and a very rough eyepiece placement from Lucas, and it's going to be Tavi with getting the first point. Okay. Lucas going for, I believe that's TKI, and Tavi. Oh no, that's SDPC spin. I thought it was stick based on the placement of the barrel. Well, no, I just forgot it's SDPC spin on the other side. Anyway, Tavi kind of high up on his board, and so is Lucas. Lucas dying, and it's going to be 2-0. Tavi with an unexpected 2 points to get the lead. Okay, we do see misdropped SDPC. I'm assuming that was going to be SDPC spin again, but the Big Macintosh does get the PC and also misdrop second. Okay, 5-4 wealth coming from Lucas. Okay. A bit of a high stack from Tavi, and that pressure from Lucas is gonna Tavi. He's got nothing he can do. All right. TKI tested the tried and tested TKI. Okay. We do have a bit of a low stack from Big Macintosh. And Tavi has to brake, but does put Lucas on some pressure, forces Lucas to brake, but that brake is gonna cause Tavi to die. And he's gonna lose the lead, and now it's gonna be tied. Okay, we do have MS2 coming in from Tavi, and I believe a misdrop opener from Big Macintosh. I believe it's MS2 or some other TV opener. Okay. Lucas with a very rough board state, as you can see here. And Lucas is not going to tie up. Lucas is not going to take the lead. Tavi's going to retain the lead. Okay. Count to 4 ice burns down. Big Macintosh. I believe that was a misdrop. Anyway, Tavi was with the SDPC spin. Okay. A bit of a high stack for Lucas. Lucas going down. He goes down, but it's not going to force a side break from Tavi. JP's misdrop. And the 14 spike, and now it's going to be 2-4. Alright. Here we've got PCO coming in from Big Macintosh. Okay, we do see a bit of a down stack from Tavi's. Oh, the PC from Lucas, and Lucas goes for the MKO but can't execute it because the game ended. Lucas is fighting for that lead back, and cannot get the PC before Tavi sends garbage. So no quad PC for Lucas. Tavi starts to build up surge, releases for the 21 spike, forces Lucas into a rough board state. That's a lot of cheese for Lucas. Okay, SP's misdrop for Lucas. And Lucas is going to have to go down, but Tavi did have a lot of pressure, which was not helped by that J misdrop. And it's going to be 4-4. Can Lucas take the lead? Find out next week on Dragon Ball Z. Okay, no, let's find out now. Okay, we do have SDPC spin coming from Tavi once again. We do have a fractal from Tavi, but can't execute it due to Lucas's pressure. And Lucas gets the kill and takes the lead. It's going to be 5-4. Okay, TKI coming from Big Macintosh, and I believe also TKI with an Imperial across the door from Tavi. Okay, we do see the 180 spin. Tavi is I'm assuming stalling. Okay. Lucas trying to go down, and a bit of a rough board state. That's a rough Z misdrop, and there is nothing Lucas can do, and it is tied once again. An unexpected close game, judging by the TRs. There is a 1,000 TR difference between both these players, by the way. And when you're in X rank, that is extremely significant. And oh, Tavi with a misdrop. It does get back to the C-spin made in the opener. I think it was SDP C-spin. But Lucas had the surge advantage, 15 surge, and there is nothing Tavi can do with just the raw pressure alone. Let alone the surge release. And Lucas takes the lead. Alright, we're going to see 2K from both players, and Tavi transitioning into 7-2. Lucas remaining low, and remaining low down the board. We've got a high surge from Lucas, well, significantly higher than Tavi's surge. Alright. And it's only getting higher and higher as the pressure gets put on Tavi. Alright, 7-5. If this was just standard TL, the game would be over by now, but it's not. Lucas has still got to get to 11 points, and it's SDPC spin coming from Tavi, and I didn't catch it, but it looks like TK, but I think it was TKI from Lucas. In comes the 5-4 stack from Lucas. And a bit of a low stack for both players. Lucas not breaking surge just yet. 14 surge, 15 surge, 16 surge, 17 surge, and it's probably not going to be. It's not going to be needed to kill. It's going to be 8-5. All right. I believe Lucas just skipped the perfect clear. Why? We do not know why he did that. And Tavi, with I believe a decent amount of rough misdrops. Why Lucas did not take the perfect clear, I do not know, but it doesn't matter because he got the win anyway. Fatigue. Well, I don't know. We've got TKI from both players. Both parties. And Lucas remaining in the middle of Tavi originally intended to go for 7-2 stack, but opted against it. Okay. Tavi with a bit of a messy board state, not much damage potential. Was Lucas trying to keep that damage potential? 5 surge. Okay. 8 surge. Lucas is forced to break. There's the multiplier quad. 9 combo multiplier quad. 30 spike and a kill and match point. Let's go. Let's see. SDPC spin once again from Tavi and TKI coming in from Lucas. Alright. That's a bit of an opening from a bit of a rough board. Not rough. Well, a bit of a 9-0 stack from Tavi. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Once you should know what you're trying to say, you're literally the caster. Okay, a bit of rough cheese from Tavi. And yeah. Okay. Lucas trying to potentially get to that well, or gonna build an imp cross. And just gonna abuse all spin instead of executing the imp cross. It's close to getting to that well, opens up the well. Goes for the dono, gets the dono. But the well is 8-1, so he will likely have to transition it away from the well to avoid wasting eyepieces. Releases Surge for Cheese. Forces Tavi to break, but Tavi puts on the pressure with the 17 spike, and it's going to be 10-6. Okay, 2KI coming in from Tavi and Lucas. Alright. We do see, it looks like Lucas may be going for the 6-3 with the S spin to go with it. Okay, Tavi going for the 13 spike, but it's not going to be enough to kill. Lucas very much blonking. Very low PPS coming from Lucas, as I just said. Oh, now he's speeding up. My complicated T-spins. Yep. Oh, that's a lot of cheese on Lucas' board. He's going to have to play cheese race. Okay. And in comes the down stack. Full surge from Big Macintosh. 6 surge. Can Lucas go down? That's a bit of a nasty surge and it's forcing him to break. And now he's got this 8-1 from the garbage. Or I believe that was an SP's misdrop, so Tavi can capitalize. And Tavi's got a nice 4-5 roll set up ready to go for him. Whilst Lucas is now playing cheese race once again. And I wonder that Lucas's plonking has come with a boost to his efficiency, nearing 1 APP. Oh, 16 spike coming in from Tavi. Okay, here we go. These misdrops with the misdrops is stressful. True. Okay. We do see Big Macintosh trying to go down. And is doing some complicated well, probably less complicated all spins. Oh, Tavi is setting up a fractal. Lucas could be... Oh, that's a nasty spike. 27 spike from Tavi. And Lucas is trying to go down. Still trying to do the plonk game. Okay. A lot of macroing. And Tavi is kind of high up. Is this going to be the end for Tavi's run? Not yet. C-spin from the garbage for Lucas. It's not over yet. 8 surge. That's... No, it's not a death sentence for Big Macintosh with the I spin. 17 spike. Big Macintosh stalls for a bit, and that might have prevented him from getting the kill. 18 spike. Late game coming in from... Oh, late game. That does remind me. We are literally getting to the point where garbage margin time is about to begin. And it's going to last for 2 seconds because the game is over. And Lucas wins. Tavi has been eliminated. A significant versus lead from Big Macintosh. 20 versus lead. Right there. And now we're going to move on to... Okay, we're gonna move on to the losers semifinals. Apparently. Oh, wait. I think we may have had a mishap. Okay, no, we're moving on to winners finals, not loser semis, I believe. Alright, oh, GG's from Tavi. Welcome to the chat, Tavi. It's your first time here. Yeah, you actually did pretty well. Yep, we should be going to the winners finals this actually, not loser semis. Winners finals with Ellie versus Gacha. And we're gonna wait for both players to get in the lobby. Gacha has entered the lobby, and we're gonna wait for Ellie. Okay. And we get this kind of awkward bit where we just wait for the players to enter. Okay, we play the waiting game. Dun 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 dun. Bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Bow 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, I'm not going to do the elevator theme anymore. Banger OST. Real. Someone clip it or not, I don't know. Someone clip it or not. And we're just waiting on Ellie. You'll try, okay. This is kind of awkward. Oh, and Ellie has arrived. So both players are now in the lobby, and we're gonna ask if they want warm-ups. And if they want to warm up, we'll get into the warm up. And if they don't want to warm up, we'll get into the winners finals. Okay. No warm up. So golf for yes. Let's go. Okay, we lead off, and Gotcha's gonna lead off with their tried and tested stick spin. Okay, and Ellie's gonna tank and go for the down stack. Gotcha a bit high up. Gotcha going 4 pieces per second, but that high piece PS comes with a price known as misdropping. Set up the imp crossbar. I don't think it was set up properly. Well, not set up properly, but executed properly, so yeah. Gotcha does have major, really good garbage to send a 27 spike to Ellie. Ellie trying to go down, can't go down, can go down. And does go down. And now Gotcha's got a little bit of, no, Gotcha's not got a little bit of a deficit. Gotcha had a 27 spike, and there is not much Ellie can do. Ellie almost got out. Had Ellie not stalled, I think they would have been able to get out. But I guess that stalling's like trying to think about what you're going to do and stuff. So I believe that was TKI coming in from Ellie, and once again stick spin from Gacha. Good garbage placement for the stick spin in. And Ellie with the 9-0 from the garbage. Probably going to have to transition away from the 9-0 due to the new garbage. Unfortunately, the new garbage is gonna... Well, unfortunately, the new garbage probably forced them into 6-3, but now they're not. And Gacha, on the other hand, has a nice 5-4 stack. S-spin triple from Ellie. 9 surge coming in from Ellie. Slight surge lead to Ellie. Ellie the first to break. Oh, a little bit of rough garbage. Oh no, Gotcha the first to break, my bad. Ellie counts the spikes and wins. I'm a little bit done. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. Stick spin coming in from Gotcha once again. And looks like Ellie goes for a TKI. Yep, we got the... Oh! I was about to say we've got the 5-4, but now we've got the miss drop stack. And yep, Ellie is not letting those miss drops slide. Alright, let's go. Let's go to the next round. Okay, we do see stick spin once again from Gotcha, and I didn't catch Ellie's opener, my bad. Okay. Okay, we've got relatively even starters for both players, but never mind. Ellie's the first to break, but it's not going to be enough to kill. Gotcha's still got a surge and is still down stacking. Still going down. And it's only getting bigger and bigger, and now it's gone. But it's not enough to kill. But Ellie misdrops the Z, but that misdrop is still not enough to kill. And now Ellie's got a really clean low. But Ellie also cannot... Wait, no, Ellie's going to squeeze out the kill. And it's going to be 1-3. Oh, we've got Fuzzy in chat, meowing. Wait, when did I donate bits to Hummingbird? I just realized. Anyway, we've got Ellie with the PCO. And the second PC, and not third. We unfortunately cannot get a third piece. See, just one piece away, and Ellie's got some cheese. Okay. Oh, a bit low down. Ellie a bit low down, and Ellie is dead. Okay, PCO from both players, and Ellie gets the perfect clear. Okay, we do see a 4 surge from Ellie, breaking. Both players breaking surge, and now both players a bit low on their board. Well, Gotcha's low on their board. And now they're not. And now they're just going. And now it's a 7-2 stack. Okay. We've got 12 surge, the 14 surge coming from Ellie. Ellie's got a major surge advantage over Gotcha. And they are not trying to let that surge slide. And does release surge, but it is not enough to kill. Okay. I'll mention Ellie has significantly better efficiency than Gotcha, as you can see. Ellie going over 1 APP, probably 1.1 even. Okay, Gotcha's just giving free damage. Gotcha with a 22 spike. Not enough to kill, and that may have just given Ellie more free clean. Alright, go down. Ellie's got the 6-3. Can they squeeze a kill? Can they squeeze a kill? No, they cannot. Gotcha with the fractal. Gotcha with the fractal down stack. 23 spike from Gotcha, but Ellie's got all of their garbage in one well. Now they don't, but most of their garbage. Going for the down stack again. Back to 9-0. Okay, it sends a 14 spike, but it's not going to do much. We got the dono from Gotcha. And as you can see here, it's just pretty fast. 28 spike. 28 spike, it's not going to kill. 19 spike coming in. Gotcha is on the back foot and needs to go down. Just pure survival here. 34 spike from Ellie, and that is gonna kill. And Ellie extends their lead. PCO from Gotcha does not get the perfect clear. Whilst Ellie, I believe, goes for a 6-3 opener. Ellie with a bit of a rough board state, and they're already at the top of their board. And they're dead. Gotcha trying to close the lead, and trying to tie up, or maybe take the lead. Okay, stick spin incoming for Gotcha once again. Okay, a bit of less than ideal garbage. Could be worse, could be better. And Ellie definitely macro plays with the quad. Oh, that's a rough misdrop for Ellie. Ellie probably should focus on going down, and yep, they are trying to go down. 25 spike coming in from Ellie. It's not enough to kill, and Gotcha's now the one focusing on going down and potentially counter spiking. Does release Surge, but it's not enough. Ellie's at the top of their board. Ellie is really high up, trying to go down, and has very much less than ideal garbage. Gotcha is still trying to keep up the pressure. And Ellie gets the 20 spike in the down stack with and kills. T-spin double into a quad into a surge release. I think that's an opener. Oh wait, no, I don't think that was PCO. I think it's an opener that looks similar to PCO, but you misdropped it, but it isn't a misdrop, but I forgot what it's called. But anyway, Eddie's got 13 surge, 14, and breaks. And kills. With just a clean down stack. And Ellie is more than halfway to getting, just over halfway to winning. Yep, TKI from Ellie, and stick spin for Gotcha. Right. In comes the misdrop from Gotcha. Does resolve it and can still execute the TD. Well, not TD, the C-spin. It is a triple double. Okay, 23. Alright. We do see. Okay, Eddie a bit high up, 8-1 stack, no TPs to execute and is forced to break the surge. And Jabari focuses on going down to the garbage. Goes down to the garbage. Okay. We do see a 20 spike coming from Gotcha. And Ellie down stack with the 17th spike. Trying to down its down stack game. Both plays at the bottom, and Gotcha is now going on the up stack with the 6-3. Got a fractal. And gets some surge charge. Does break early. Rough O placement. Rough garbage. A lot of pressure coming in from Ellie. Ellie with the 180. Ellie with the perfect clear. Ellie with... I thought they were going to go... Oh no, they do go for a second perfect clear. I think that was a DPC loop, one. And now, Gotcha's on the back foot. 8-7. Ellie trying to follow the pressure. J6 surge coming from Ellie. 7. 9. Trying to go for the counter. That, I think that was a quad misdrop. 12, 13. Ellie dies, also having the surge advantage due to the 12 spike from Gotcha. Felt kind of a lucky strike, and that caught Ellie off guard. Both players going for the PCO base. And Ellie uses the spin, the Z spin to get their fractal. Gotcha with the 26 spike, on the other hand. Really putting the pressure on Ellie. Star point denied PC curse, damn. we do have Ellie with a little bit of more rougher garbage that they've just had to downstack through. I accidentally released my push support key too early. And Gotcha getting a lot of 9-0 garbage over there. Or more specifically 09. Okay. Ellie with the surge lead, Gotcha with no surge, and Ellie with 12-13 surge. And Ellie is really putting on the pressure with surge. Gotcha is very high up, and Gotcha might be dead. Ellie releasing the surge. Gotcha is alive! Ellie thought they were dead. They are not dead. They are not. Gotcha is still alive and kicking. Okay, so, okay. And it is not over just yet. Gotcha with a surge lead. Ellie breaks surge. And now Gotcha's a bit high up. Gotcha on the surge level. Ellie stopped because they thought they were dead again. Ellie, you can't be stopping. You need to keep up the pressure. But Ellie once again with the surge lead. 31 spike from Ellie. No, I don't see it anyway. Yep. I didn't see any way Gotcha could have survived that. Okay. We do see stick spin once again from Gotcha and PCO base from Ellie. Ellie most certainly tanking the garbage Gotcha sends. And responding with a 26 spike and a misdropped T-spin double. Okay, I believe another misdrop from Gotcha over there. But we're still gaming. We're in mid. Remember, you're always misdropping. There's no misdrops. Oh, there's a perfect clip from Ellie that I just noticed. Damn. Alright. In comes Ellie. A bit low down. 11 surge, 12 surge. Gotcha releases and Ellie is a bit high up. Ellie needs to go down. Ellie's got the well open and clean 9-0 garbage. Harder clip for Ellie. And Ellie retaining the 1 APP, but another PC! PC, personal, it's not it! And he's still now back up to be really high up. What? What is going on? Ellie's dead. 2 mid-game PCs and it's not even enough. Alright, and it's 5-7. Okay. We have TKI coming in from Ellie and stick spin coming in from Gotcha, as always. Okay, I believe Gotcha going for STSD, but had a really late J piece. But does get the 28 spike, but Ellie does survive it, and they've got the surge. 25, 30, 37, 44. Very high. There is nothing Gotcha can do. And yeah, there is actually nothing Gotcha can do, and it's going to be 5-8. Okay. Victory is getting closer and closer to Ellie. Gotcha once again goes for Dixon, and I forgot what that open is from, and I really do not know what that open is from Ellie. Okay. T-spin triple coming in from Ellie. That's a force. Building up surge. 5. Okay, this is. Okay. Gotcha with the surge advantage. Ellie with no surge and Gotcha with a 10 surge. Nope, Gotcha with a 27 spike now. Ellie's in trouble. And it's going to be 6-8. It's not over yet. Alright. I believe Ellie was going for SDPC, an SDPC based opener, but anyway, Gotcha goes for a 5-4 start. We see his E-spin triple, a quad, And a 22 spike with the surge. And a 14 spike to follow up with that, and it's 7-8. Dutch is pulling it back. We could see another tied game. Okay. Dutch with the PC base, and just transitions into 5-4. This gameplay is scary, bro. Yeah, so true. That's X-rank gameplay for you. Actually, no, not X-rank, more so X+. 37 spike from Gotcha. It does not kill, but does get probably the best row. Does get clean garbage and probably the best row. It is exciting. Okay. Yeah, in matches like this, you're really just trying to fight for your life. One mistake can just be a death sentence. Okay, it's very similar surges. Ellie with, I was about to say slight surge lead, but now Ellie, both players have broke, so now there is no surge. Okay. We have Gotcha being quite lower down and trying to make a 5-4 stack. Make the 5-4 stack, sends a 20 spike. Still not enough to kill, and Ellie's got that clean garbage that they're gonna use to down stack with. 30 spike coming in from Gotcha, and it is now tied. It is tied 8-8, ladies and gentlemen. Stick spin coming in from, well, not stick spin, but also misdrop spin. Misdropped stick spin from Gotcha and a misdropped SDPC base from LA. Welcome to Misdrop City. Or Misdrop Town. Okay, for Eddie with the major surge lead, and they break. And is putting on the pressure. Okay, Eddie puts on the pressure. Is Eddie trying to deny Gotcha the lead? But they just can't just yet. Misdrop Z and Gotcha putting on the pressure. Gotcha might have the lead here. Gotcha's also with the surge advantage. Gotcha breaks! It is 9-0 thanks to a very clean, clean well that Elliot had. And now it's back to a somewhat more neutral game. But Gotcha does have the slight surge lead, is forced to break there. Ellie, I believe with a misdrop that forced their surge break. But does have a 19 spike. Gotcha's in big trouble. Gotcha may not be getting the lead. Gotcha's in pure survival mode. Blocks the well. Uh-oh, that's not good. And now Gotcha gets out. Gotcha came out of the brink of disaster only to go back on it. And Ellie denies Gotcha the lead. And I believe that was going to be... Okay, yeah, we've got 2 misdrops. We've got 2 misdropped openers from both players. Amazing. Ellie survival, damn. Some of the surges for both players. Okay, it's basically tied. Okay, Gotcha the first one to break, and that's going to force Ellie's hand. Gotcha with a lot... Gotcha having I would have said less rough board state after the surge break. Oh, Ellie's in big trouble, but Gotcha misdrops the T and covers the well. Okay. We've got the fractal from Gotcha, and Ellie's a bit high up. A bit too high. And Gotcha's dead. Ellie at match point, but it's still anyone's game. Gotcha's still got a chance to win it. Gotcha's just got to lock in. Ellie with center forward, and Gotcha with stick spin once again. No multiplier for the forward, and Ellie's dead. 9-10, it's the second match point to Ellie. it's going to be very close. Okay, we see stick spin from Gotcha, and I believe that was going to... And I don't know what happened there with Ellie, but Ellie gets 26 spikes, and we have a tiebreaker. It is 10-0, final round, the 21st round of the match. Here we go. 910 mentioned my... Go, wait, what? Oh, that's not... Oh, wait, is that a 910 opener? Okay, that's... Thanks, Nara. Anyway, Anyway, I'm assuming Ellie used that again, and Gotcha goes reset again. Gotcha, a bit high up. It's really close. A bit more rough garbage for Gotcha. Uh-oh. Gotcha needs to go down now if they want to get to grand finals in the winners bracket. Pure survival from Gotcha. Gotcha is on the brink of disaster. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Just go down. That's a 16 spike from Ellie. That's a lot of cheesy garbage, and Gotcha is dead. Oh, 910, the Mongolia's CS... Oh, my bad. Anyway, Ellie wins, and Ellie will be moving on to the grand finals. Okay, Nara, in my defense, I do not play Counter-Strike. Well played to both players, and Ellie will be moving on to grand finals, whilst Gotcha will have to clutch up in the losers bracket in the losers finals. Anyway, we have public... Wait, what? I was gonna promote... Oh, it's gonna promote Apple Orchard Cup 4, but apparently we're just gonna move on to loser semis. Loser semis, which is Nara versus Lucas. Anyway, I was probably gonna say that if you're interested, Apple Orchard... Okay, yep, we're promoting Apple Orchard Cup. It's up there. Anyway, Apple Orchard Cup, The Harvest, also known as Apple Orchard Cup 4, is accepting registrations. It is happening tomorrow, 9 PM UTC. Be there or be an O-piece. Well, the qualifier is happening then, and then if you qualify, which I believe is top 16 if I remember correctly, you can move on to the finals, and the winner will, and the top 3 will get the badges shown on the screen. I'm assuming a lot of the players in this tournament are going to be playing in Apple Orchard Cup The Harvest. You're not waking up... Nope, Nara has stated that he's not going to be waking up at 5 to play in a tournament. Oof. Anyway, it's Lucas versus Nara up next. Are sign-ups still available or no? I think sign-ups are still available. Let me double check. Yeah, sign-ups I believe are still available. So, yeah. But keep in mind, you only have one more day. Anyway, we're going to jump into the warm-up between Lucas and Nara. Oh, no warm-up. We're just going to jump straight into the match. I should probably actually read chat, the lobby chat. Anyway, we've got TKI from Nara and... SDPZ spin... No, TKI from Lucas and SDPZ spin from Nara. And a bit of a late transition there from to the game. Anyway, Nara's got an 11 surge. Surge, 16 surge, 17 surge from Nara. Big Macintosh with the Super T-spin double. Nara a bit high and has to release. And the release is a kill. Okay, TKI coming in from Big Macintosh, and we've got SDPZ spin coming in from Nara. Okay, 8-1 stack for Nara, which you don't really want to be in because you've got to waste half your eyepieces. Okay, and Nara most certainly gets out of that 8-1 stack and retains their surge. Lucas does have a surge deficit, but does have a 6-3 stack. Nara in the 9-0 with the dono and the 24 spike. Nope, make that 26 spike and a kill. And Nara's making it 2-0. Alright. SDPC spin coming in from Nara, and I believe it's supposed to be BTKI, but looked kind of messed up. An open end that begins with a T-spin double. 25 spike coming in from Nara, and Lucas is dead. Damn. Yep, Nara off to an early lead. Can he keep it? Or will he lose it? Alright. And we've got SDPC spin once again from Nara. And an 18 spike. But Lucas just have the surge advantage. 14 surge. 17 surge coming from Lucas. There's major surge lead. Nara does have the 7-2 stat, but does need to start charging a defensive surge fast if they want to have any chance of living it. And they break their defensive surge, but that's going to force Lucas's hand with a 29 spike, most basically all of that being from the surge. And Lucas is on the board. Okay. MKO from both players. Did someone say MKO? Or someone said a 6-3 stack from Big Macintosh. And 5-4. Now 6-3 stack from Nara. And a team drop from Nara. Not good. That's a bit of a rough team drop. I believe there was a way where Nara could have extended the surge, but not break. So yeah, that was kind of rough from Nara. Okay, MKO from both players. Lucas misdrops the T piece. Well, I think it was I think it was the Z piece misdrop. Either way, both players with similar surges, and Lucas with a clean 5-4. And a fractal. And Nara with the surge break. Lucas potentially going for the surge charge. 16 surge. And the quad. It only gets big until you break, and it looks like Nara is dead. Nope, never mind, Nara is not dead. Nope, never mind, Nara is dead. Nara almost made it out, but didn't. And it's tied. The Mac is big. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an... Okay. Nara with the 7-2 stack, and Lucas quite low with not much damage potential. Now up stacking for the 9-0. Okay. 11, 12 surge. Lucas higher up, but had the higher surge urge, but is forced to break. Nara trying to put on the pressure to get the kill. Okay. Lucas a bit higher up and trying to go down. It's gonna be very similar surges, but Lucas has a lot of cheesy garbage they have to get to before getting to that sweet clean. More damage, more pressure. Lucas is in pure survival mode. Just go down. Just go down. And it's putting the pressure on Nara was going down. And Lucas went down. Is still in survival mode and is dead. And Nara prevents Lucas from taking the lead. Okay, PCO, and I believe that was MKO from Nara. Yep, it was. Anyway, Lucas is already quite high up with a blocked well. Unblocks the well. Has a slight Nara does have a slight surge lead over here. But it's mostly the fact... But the main problem is that Lucas is a bit high up and is in pressure. And 23 spike. 24 spike. From Lucas. And now there is no surge, but not Nara. Lucas is high up. Real. Nara with the 6-3 stack, and the surge, and the kill, doesn't even need to release surge, and now it's going to be 3-5. Okay, we've got just MKO from Lucas, and I believe that was going to be... And SDPC spin from Nara. When you have a second monitor, you can just look like me. Oh, that's a 27 spike from Nara. And it doesn't kill, but Lucas is in trouble. Lucas is in some big trouble. And needs to go down. Lucas with the IP's misdrop, I believe. Damn. 6-3 from Lucas. Nara with the surge. Lucas does not have surge, but Lucas is putting on the pressure. 13 surge from Nara. Lucas now with some surge. Now the first to break, but it's not enough. Now Lucas may be putting on the pressure here, but no! There was a surge release, and it's going to be 3-6. Okay, we're going to have TKI coming in from Lucas, and not Sticks, then SDPC spin from Nara. Lucas already a bit higher up. Yeah, and does have a 7-2 on from the garbage. Oh, that's a nasty spike. Barely lives. And puts the pressure on Nara, and Nara might be dead. Nara is dead. Okay, TKO once again from Lucas, and it looks like SDPC spin instead of... SDPC spin for Nara. Okay. Okay, Nara a bit high up and has to break their surge, and that's death. Okay, TKI coming in from Lucas, and Nara with the SDPC spin. Lucas with an early misdrop. Okay, we're a bit high. Okay. Nara does break surge. Lucas with the surge break. Lucas with a lot of cheese. Nara with the pressure. Lucas needs to go down, like, now. Okay. 12 spike. And Lucas is a bit high. Well, no, Lucas is not high at all. Nara is now a bit high. Okay. We're a bit... Now Lucas is not low because Nara just cranked out a 35 spike. And is now building up surge again. Nara has clean garbage, but Lucas releases surge. It's not enough to kill. Lucas really wants to tie that game. Okay. Just... Oh, I believe that was a TP misdrop from Lucas. And Nara a bit higher, but Curry has some clean garbage. Sends the 12 spike. Lucas is very high. Needs to go down. Another spike coming in from Nara. Goes down. Opens the well. And now it looks like Nara's going to be back on the back foot. But Nara does have a lot more clean garbage than Lucas. Just, it's very intense. We're about to reach gravity margin time. Okay. And Nara puts the pressure on and prevents Lucas from tying it up. Alright, TKI coming in from both players. And we do have an STPC. Not STPC. STSD coming in from Big Lucas. And a very rough set of misdrops, I believe, from Nara. But does resolve it and does make a counter spike. Lucas is in big trouble and is also very dead. Okay. TKI from Lucas, and STPC spin once again from Nara. Okay, we have the 21 spike coming in from Nara. And we have a bit of a high stack from Lucas. A bit high, as you can see. Lucas is dead. And it's going to be 5-9 for Nara. Nara's getting closer and closer to making it to losers finals. The stride quotient. Anyway, TKI from Lucas and a bit of a miss drops, and STPC spin from Nara. Oh, that's a T miss drop. And just trying to build the T-spin triple here. But the pressure is coming in from Lucas, who is remaining low and is just abusing all spin. Just all spin abuse. But it has worked and it has helped Lucas to build up surge, but has to break. But just have a rough board state. Nara's got the pressure. Nara might be getting into match point soon. If Nara can just find the material, Nara has found the material, Nara has gotten it to match point. Alright, TKI coming in from Lucas, and once again, I believe STPC spin coming in from Nara. Very good garbage RNG for Nara. And also somewhat Lucas, because it allowed for a quick 5-4 setup. And Lucas has a 10 surge. Do tie rolling RN real. Lucas with a major surge lead. And has to break, but breaks with a 20 with a quad to go with it. A bit high. Does get a 16 spike with the down stack, but Nara is putting on the pressure. This might be it for Lucas. It is it for Lucas, and Nara wins and moves on to the losers finals. Well played to both players. I will mention Nara had a major PPS advantage, 0.4 PPS advantage, which helped. And now we're going to move on to our penultimate match, the losers finals. Now will be remaining. Now we'll be remaining, and now we'll have a rematch against Gacha. That took me way too long to figure that out. It looks like Nara does want a break before he rematches Gacha. Alright. Anyway, I'd like to apologize because apparently I made a mistake in my Apple Orchard Cup 4 announcement. The qualifier is actually just the stuff before top 8, not top 16. Anyway, that's just my quick correction. Anyway, that's my correction. Either we're going to be seeing a rematch against Gacha. Either Gacha will be rematching Ellie in the Grand Finals. Oh, Nara is ready now. Or Nara will be fighting Ellie in the Grand Finals. And both players... And there will be no warm-up, so we will just be jumping right into it. Seed 3s versus Seed 6. Yeah, so true. I've just realized those seed numbers are very wrong. Oops. But we're just going to jump straight into it, and Gotcha's going to lead up with the PCO base, and now it's going to lead off with SDPC spin. Alright, and Gotcha is already high up on their board. Fuzzy, there aren't even 7 players in this tournament. Okay, 14 spike from Nara, and Nara's going to get the first point. Why are the rules wrong? What is that first 2 count? What the hell? Oh, apparently this is de facto first to 7. Sorry, first to 11, my bad. Wait. Anyway, Nara gets the second point. No, because you can win. Wait, what? Wait, why is it like this? Why is it first to 6, win by 7, golden point 11? And I've gotten word from our streamer, and she's claiming it won't happen anyway. Don't ever say never, though. Because Nara's already up 3 points. Don't ever say never, though. Anyway, Gotcha with the PCO opening. Okay, and building up Surge, and Gotcha is on the board. Alright. TKI coming in from Nara, and PCO opening coming in from Gotcha. We do have a clean 4-5 stack on Gotcha's board. Just go for the donation for the TSD. Does have the Surge lead. Misdrops Ops J, has to break. And it's kind of high up, and Nara just has a lot clean and is dead. It's currently 4-1. Okay, DT cannon coming in from Gotcha, whilst TKI coming in from Nara. That's one you don't see all too often, but what... And there's Gotcha's misdrops. Alright. Gotcha a bit... Gotcha trying to get to that well, gets to the well, but Nara with a spike. 15 spike coming from Gotcha. Both players with equal surge charges. Gotcha breaks Surge, but it's not enough to kill. Alright. 30 spike coming in from Nara. And Gotcha just needs to go down. Yep, Gotcha goes down with the 17 spike, and it's going to be 4-2. Okay. MPO from both players. Did someone say MPO? Google something. L1 JP is on the ceramic. Anyway, we've got 6-3 stack for both players. Alright, 5 surge for Nara releases, and Gotcha is high up with no damage potential. It's gonna be 5-2. Okay, both players go for the PCO stack, but it looks like it's a misdrop. It's a misdrop from Gotcha. What if Texture drops a 14 board update and everyone uses 6-7 stacking? Damn! Okay, 24 spike coming in from Nara, but it's not going to be that effective. Well, it is going to be somewhat effective, but anyway. Nara quite high up. Nara is dead. Okay. we do see stick spin coming in from Gotcha and SDPC spin coming in from Nara. And Gotcha misdrops stick. Okay, Gotcha trying to go down. Gotcha hit with a 20 spike, and that's going to be it, and it's going to be 6-3 to Nara. Okay. Okay, we have stick spin coming in from Gotcha again. And I believe Nara misdropped their opener, or not, I didn't catch it anyway. Anyway, a bit too high for Nara, but Nara notices some down stacks. Okay. Just go down. Well, not go down, we're both at the bottom, but anyway. A bit of a rough misdrops from Gotcha. Yep, that's a lot of rough misdrops, combined with Nara's surge. And Gotcha is dead. It's gonna be 7-3. Okay, we got stick spin coming in from Gotcha and SDPC spin coming in from Nara. Okay, 19 spike coming in. 19 spike coming in over there. Alright. We do have a somewhat 20 spike coming in from Gotcha. Nara, but with the side advantage, Nara forced to break because of Gotcha spike. And yeah. 5 surge coming from 5 surge coming from Gotcha, 19 spike. I'm starting to stutter, Jesus Christ. 16 surge, 22 surge from Nara. 30 spike from Gotcha. It is not enough to kill, but Nara has copious amounts of Swiss cheese. It's Swiss cheese. 7. Gotcha with another surge, but it is not enough. Nara's on the back foot. Nara is no longer on the back foot. Gotcha's on the back foot. Oh, Nara, the Z misdrop. Can Nara resolve it? Or Nara cannot resolve it, and it's going to be 7-4. Alright. We have stick spin from Gotcha and SDPC spin from Nara. Nara at an... Okay, not at an early disadvantage. At a 28 counter spike from Nara spike. Nara at a 28 spike from Gotcha spike. I can speak. Damn. PCO base coming in from Gotcha and a miss drop from Nara. But I'm assuming it's also PCO base. But Nara is still going to charge surge and break at 5. A bit of a low surge break. But they... Ooh, Gotcha with the misdrop J. Okay, and the 9L from Nara. Transitioning into potentially 7-2. Nope, still 7-2 because of the garbage. Which, when he eventually goes for the down stack. Which he has. Gotcha's trying to put on the pressure with Stride Gaming. Both of them definitely Stride Gaming. And Nara's a bit high, going for the down stack. Okay, 4 surge. Very equivalent surges for both players, but Gotcha is a bit higher. Gotcha the first to break. With an 18 spike, and it's kind of cheesy. 22 spike. And Nara is dead. Yeah, unserious tournament. Surprisingly, this is not a gimmick tournament. Okay. 7 surge coming in from Nara. Gacha had an early break. And so does Nara, but Nara's also got a lot of cheesy garbage to get through. Whilst Gacha puts on the pressure. Gacha just can't get the kill, but is still trying to get the pressure. Yeah, very unserious tournament. 6, 7, 6, 7. First to 6 plus 7. Well, we can pretend like it's... Okay, Gacha with the 19 spike. I was going to say we can pretend it's not first to 6 plus 7 because... Because due to win by 7, the golden point is 11. The golden point is 11, so it's only going to end if someone hits 11 points now. Okay. Seven 2-stack coming in from Nara. And Nara's at the bottom, whilst Gacha is at the top. Gacha with the 17 spike, and Gacha with the kill, and it's going to be 8 to 6. Gacha's trying to get back the lead. Okay, Gacha with stick spin and Nara with SDPC spin once again. Pretty common trend that we've been seeing throughout these matches. Alright. Nara a bit high up. Gonna be forced to break, and Gacha gets the 17 spike. Gacha just can't find the pressure and misdrops. Can Gacha find some pressure to kill? Cannot get the kill. Gacha just can't kill. And yep, we're back. Oh, that's a surge release. Nara is still down stacking. 16 spike from Nara. Right. Gacha a bit high up. Gacha probably needs to go down soon. Gacha is most certainly going down. And Gacha has gone down a bit. Nara still a bit high up. Okay. Gacha is high up, but is still trying to go for the surge. Gets the 4 surge. Breaks up 5, but the surge is literally just cancels out the damage Nara sends. Anyway, Nara with some clean garbage, and Gacha has downstacked most of their garbage. Does get a pretty quick spike. Does get spiked. Nara got spiked. Nara's gonna have to break, and it still might not be enough. It is gonna be 8 to 7. Okay. MKO coming in from Nara. And Gacha goes for the PCO base into 4-5 stacking. Okay, and gets a 36 surge, and it's not going to be enough to kill. The pressure might be... Can Gacha lead up with the pressure to kill? No, they cannot. My bad. Alright. Nara trying to sub up the surge with their 5-4 stacking, as you can see. 7 surge, probably going to go for the S-spin. Yep. Breaks, but doesn't break with anything to back up the break. And it's going to be a race to downstack. Gacha with much cleaner garbage that they most certainly take advantage of to spike Nara, and he's still downstacking, was trying to go down. He went down. 8 surge coming in from Gacha. 12, 31 spike. 31 spike, it's not enough to kill, and Nara's now charging his own surge with a 30 spike, and that kills, and now it's not going to be tied, and now it's going to be 9 to 7. 9 to 7, folks. The match is nearing its end. Alright, we have Gacha tanking so that they can send second. Misdrops the S-piece and doesn't get the S-spin. Gacha has no surge but does have the 6-3. Ooh. Nara's probably gonna have to break. Nara breaks. but gets the 26 surge, 26 spike, I mean. But is on somewhat of a back foot. Alright. 18 spike coming in from Nara. And Nara is still trying to go down. No. Gotcha does send the 20 spike and it's gonna be 9 to 8. Alright. Stick spin from Gotcha and SDPC spin from Nara. I feel like I've said this a lot of times this match. Nara the first to send. Okay, and both players still have their surge. It's pretty even for both players. Basically a tied surge game. Nara the first to break, but it's not enough to kill. Neither of them is enough to kill, and Nara's got really clean garbage that he's going to use the counter spike. It is also not enough to kill. Misdrops T, but is fixed up with a nifty J-spin. 19 spike coming in from Nara. And Gotcha trying to go down. Gotcha goes down. He is going to go down, hopefully. But Nara does have the surge. Nara. Gotcha is quite high up. Nara could be taking it to match point. Gotcha is in pure survival mode. The objective is just survive. Objective survive, but was Nara build up surge? And Gotcha gets the kill with that 11 spike. I feel like that caught Nara off guard because it didn't seem like they expected it. Cheese race Gotcha. Cheese race Gotcha, so true. Anyway, SDPC spin coming from Nara and stick spin from Gotcha. Anyway, the next point match after this round someone will be at match point. And that's a kill. That is most certainly a kill. And it's going to be 9 to 10. It's going to be 9 to 10 and Gotcha at match point. Gotcha's made a pretty decent comeback. Can Gotcha win it right here, right now, or will we see a tiebreaker? Okay, 5 surge. Urge. Gotcha breaks and sends a 17 spike. 23 spike. 23. That's a 2 and 3. And according to Quote, it is now or never. Done. Cue the Splatoon now or never. 8 spike. Nara has got a decent surge. It's 13, 14. Breaks and sends a 17 spike. That might be it. Gotcha might be dead. Not yet. And Gotcha has gone themselves out of some pretty spicy situations, but they couldn't get themselves out of this one. And Nara, he is tying it up for the final time. Tiebreaker. It's tied up. And SDPC spin and stick spin as always. Alright. Both players have equivalent surges. Gotcha sends the 31 spike. Is that gonna be it? Not yet. Does have some pretty nifty cheese to get that he has to get through. Gets through it. Nara still has a 7-2. But Nara dies to Gotcha's spike. And Gotcha will be rematching Ellie in grand finals. Good game. GG, well played. Gotcha's moving on to the grand finals. And up next is the grand finals. We've got Ellie coming in from the winners bracket and Gotcha coming in from the losers bracket. A rematch of a match that went to tiebreaker. Okay, and here's a reminder if you are unfamiliar with tournaments. Since Gotcha is coming in from the losers bracket, they have to win twice to win the match. They have to beat Ellie twice in a row to win the match. Sorry, to win the tournament as a whole. And if Ellie wins one of those two matches, Ellie wins the tournament as a whole. And Naru has just realized that he was playing without charging his laptop. And apparently that is why he was playing so bad. He was actually playing laggy. Epic fail from Nara. Quoten says that they're better on Ellie. Okay, should we do a prediction? Okay, I haven't gotten approval. I'm doing a prediction. 1 second. I'm doing a prediction. Okay, there's your prediction. You've got, like, not much time to vote. Yeah, vote quickly. Who wins Radiant? Vote. You bet on Sabolch. Sabolch isn't even here. You can't wait to bury your 0 channel points. Okay, I'm not gonna bet. Oh wow, one. Okay, warm up. This is Fuzzy. This is not called fixing the first 2 counts. So anyway, Fuzzy goes all in on Ellie with 16,000 points, and it's just all, and you gain nothing and lose everything. You're gonna bet 10 points for Gacha. Too late. Anyway, I should probably be talking about the game. Okay, Gacha gets a 17 spike and has 1 APP. So does Ellie. Ellie also has 1 APP, and Gacha gets the first point. Okay, stick spin coming in from Gacha, and Ellie goes for, I believe that was something. First to 9. No, it's actually first to 67 plus 999, but the golden point is 11. Thank you, Fuzzy. We're trolling. Yep. Okay, yep. And Gacha great. But Ellie still has the turn. There we go. Okay. And Gacha gets the kill, and it's going to be 2-0. Okay. Ellie might have tried to go for forward or PCO base. Yeah. Don't go, players. I'm not going. Wait, what? When did I say I was going? Wait, what the hell? Okay, 31 spike coming in from Ellie, and Ellie gets their first point. What's going on? Something. Okay, we have both people go for the PCO base. Okay, and yeah, I was sounding glitchy. That's not good. Fuzzy is now asking chat if she can join comms. Sure. Sure, go ahead. Okay. A bit of he comes to down stack on Ellie. Ellie going for the down stack. Gets the nasty ice burn to keep it back to back. It wasn't actually an ice burn, but it did involve spinning the eye. Ellie with the biggest surge advantage, breaks surge, and now Gacha's on the back foot. And Gacha's dead, and now it's 2-2. And now it's 2-2. Okay. TKI coming in from Ellie and Stick Spin coming in from Gotcha. Alright, and got Ellie with the 29 spike. And keeping up Surge. Gotcha does not have any Surge. Ellie breaks Surge due to mesh drops. And here we go. 4 Surge. 4 Surge coming in from Gotcha. Gotcha mesh drops Z piece, but Ellie is very high up. Oh, that's a rough serve mesh drops, and Ellie takes the lead. Okay, Ellie is not doing anything. Okay, no. Gotcha goes for Stick Spin, and Ellie's dead. Real. And now it's tied. Okay, we do see... Oh, I think we're seeing... We do see Extended coming in from Gotcha this time. Here we go. And Gotcha very much capitalizes on... Uses the Extended to extend, but does not score the kill. Alright. Ellie just trying to down stack, it looks like things. Looks like. Okay. Four back to back from both players. Okay, not Gotcha. Ellie does break. Now Gotcha breaks Surge, and Gotcha can go for the 9-0 stack. Alright, four back to back, 5 back to back coming in from Gotcha. Back to back is basically tied for both players. The first break, Gotcha also breaks, and Gotcha does have a neat 7-2 stack. Alright, 7-2 stack from on Gotcha's board, as you can see here, and the Surges are equal. Gotcha break for the 31 spike. The Ellie with the 20 spike. And we are back to just... And now both players are back to just, I don't know, down stacking or whatever. Well, they're not really down stacking. Well, Gotcha might be. Okay, now Ellie's down stacking. I should probably give better comms. But just down stacking to an 8-1 and now up stacks an STSD. And gets 1 in 10! But they can still do the STSD. That 1 in 10 was rough. Okay. Gotcha potentially trying to open up that well with the down stack. But I was about to say Ellie does have the Surge advantage, but then they broke. Okay. Ellie, it looks like trying to plonk the damage. Does get the Espen in triple again. I believe that was an L misstrap over there. Releases Surge, and Gotcha's in trouble. Gotcha is in trouble. Gotcha gets out of trouble and puts Ellie in trouble and kills Ellie. And it's 4-3. And remember, Gotcha has to win twice in order to win the tournament. Ellie is not doing anything. Once Gotcha does extended SDPC. Why is Ellie doing nothing? Okay, now Ellie is doing something. Maybe they were just trying to tank some of the damage to retaliate. Who knows? Anyway, minus Surge leads to Gotcha. Both players break at literally the exact same time. Holy. Was that Donut with the Z piece or a miss drop? I actually couldn't tell. He's been triple. Ellie with the 31 spike. Nope, make that a 37 spike to kill Gotcha, and it is tied 4-4 once again. Let Ellie chill. Real. Okay. 5-4 stack with the PCO base coming in. Both players going for PCO base. Okay. It's a bit... Okay, we've got the 6-3 stack coming in from Gotcha's board. Ellie with the 20 spike. It is neck and neck here. 5 surge coming from Gotcha. The Gotcha's a bit high up and they need to go down, and they have certainly gone down. 5 surge, 6 surge, 7 surge. Ellie's in trouble. It needs to go down now, otherwise they will be dead. And there's the survival from Ellie. 29th fight from Gotcha. Ellie's dead and Gotcha takes the lead. And here we go. We do see extended SDPC once again from Gotcha. It does seem like Gotcha is using this more in the Grand Finals, and it most certainly seems to be working since they just killed with it. Damn. 6-4. Okay, and once again extended SDPC coming in from Gotcha. I did not catch Ellie's opener, my bad. It is most certainly working. 26 spike. Ellie's in a bit of trouble, but they need to go down. They are going down. They're going down. They're trying. But Gotcha has the 5-4 stack and has some surge, whilst Ellie does not. 24 spike from Gotcha, 25. It's just barely not enough to kill. Alright. Okay, that's a bit of a mess up from Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha a bit high up. Gotcha with a bunch of miss drops. Gotcha is dead. Ellie did have a 10 surge over there, so yeah. Big Blue Pikachu says, I think it's called trolling, or trolling is not permitted. Okay. Ellie, I believe, going for a mixture of... Okay, Ellie, why... Okay, Ellie just straight up skips the quad PC. What the hell? Alright. 21 spike coming in from Gotcha. And the STSD coming in from Gotcha as well. Ooh, Z-spin triple into the quad from Ellie. And a 9 surge. Ellie appears to be tanking. Ellie misdrops the T! Ellie, no! But Ellie still kills with the surge release, and it is tied 6-6. Alright, we're getting closer and closer to the end of the game. Okay, both players go for the PCO base. Ellie opts to go for 6-3 instead of Gotcha's 5-4. And in comes the down stack. Ellie first to break surge. It doesn't really do that much to Gotcha though, so Gotcha still has the chance to win. 26! And Gotcha gets the point, 7-6. Alright, and now we've got extended SDPC spin once again from Gotcha. I've just noticed. 36 spike from Gotcha. Halfway down this Gotcha wins the set. Well, it's not... Well, I wouldn't assume Gotcha's not going to win the set. Gotcha's currently in the lead, and it is getting closer and closer to the end of the game. Alright. And Gotcha with the 5-4 stack. Ellie needs to go for the up stack to get the damage potential. 4 surge. Ellie potentially going for an up stack. Nope, going for the J-spin. Gets some garbage, clears it. Gotcha does not have much garbage on their board, but they do need to up stack. 4 surge. Okay. And Gotcha is dead, and it's going to be 7-7 again. Alright, looks like we're going to be seeing TKI from Ellie and extended from Gotcha. Zone Battle OST. Oh, was it playing Zone Battle OST? I have the stream muted, so I don't hear myself. Anyway, Ellie's a bit high up, and Gutcher's got the surge lead. Gutcher's the first to break surge, but it's not enough. And now Ellie's got the advantage. And it's 25 spike from Ellie, and Ellie takes the lead. 8-7. It's still anyone's game. It's not over yet. Stick spin coming in from Gutcher. 26 spike from Gutcher. But it's not enough to kill, but Ellie does have a decent amount of cheese. And Gutcher might be able to put pressure on, but just can't, and Ellie's now back at the bottom of their board. Okay? Gutcher breaks surge. I was about to say Gutcher has a surge advantage, but it's not really enough. Gutcher might be losing the points. Gutcher loses the point, and it's going to be 7-9. It's starting to look a bit bleak for Gutcher, but it's not over yet. It's still possible to make a comeback. Ellie going for TKI, and Gutcher, I believe, misdrops their opener. I believe it's going to be an SDPC-based opener, but we won't know. Okay, 5 surge coming in from 6 surge. Queen surge coming from Ellie, but Ellie's a bit high up. Goes for the T-spin triple. A bit greedy. That's a lot of cheese on Ellie's board, and Gutcher's definitely putting on the pressure. That's really bad, and it's going to be 8-9. It's looking less bleak. It's still close. It's still a bit close. Alright, we're going to see extended SDPC spin coming from Gutcher, but we're going to see extended coming from Gutcher, but they hit up water a bit early. Right, Ellie trying to go for the down stack. Does have a bit of clean garbage, but does have a major surge deficit. Gutcher breaks, but now Gutcher's got had a bit of a rough board state with some misdrops, but now it's all cleaned up. Alright. Any chance we could potentially see a 9-0 gaming? We will be seeing a bit of 9-0 gaming before Ellie goes into the down stack, into 6-3 gaming. The best type of gaming, except no longer 6-3 gaming. Ellie might be dead. Ellie's gonna have to break surge to survive. Alright. It's a bit rough. Both players a bit high up. Ellie just trying to survive. Gutcher with some more cheesy garbage. It's a full teen spike from Ellie. A bit of cheese. He's in trouble coming in from Ellie. Into the 4-5. 28 spike from Gutcher. Is it going to be tied? Maybe? No, Ellie gets out. It's still, the game's still going. 1 APP from Ellie. Lee Gutcher, I feel like that's like 0.85, I guess. And Ellie's a bit high. Ellie gets a 16 spike. Gutcher is dead. Tournament point to Ellie. Tournament point to Ellie. Repeat, tournament point to Ellie. I've said that 3 times. Alright. We see extended SDPC coming in from Gutcher. And I believe Ellie went with the PCO base again. Gutcher has to win 3 games in order to reset the bracket. And so far, Gutcher's got the advantage of the surge lead and some 4.5 PPS stride gaming. Misdrops J! Needs to go down, otherwise they are dead. Goes down. Gutcher is still alive. It's starting to get intense. Okay. 8 surge for Ellie. Ellie's got the surge advantage, but Gutcher's got no surge. Or no back-to-back. That surge advantage is starting to make things look more bleak for Gutcher. Gutcher needs to go down and potentially start building up a Gacha needs to go down and start building up defensive surge. Now. Ellie breaks surge. That's it. That's it. That is game. And your Radiant 193 champion will be Ellie. Congratulations to Ellie for winning, and well played to both players. And that is it for Radiant. My voice hurts. Ellie wins, and you can see at the end, that's the game. And Ellie wins the $5 Hummingbird token thing that you win for winning Hummingbird. I forgot, I've never won Hummingbird Nest. Ellie beats gambling. Damn. Yep, we can see Sketch has put the credit. In effort, you can just read there. Should we promote? And I'm just gonna plug Apple Orchard Cup 4. Should we plug Apple Orchard Cup 4 before we go off again? I should probably do the thing. One sec. The prediction. Ellie wins. Okay. Apple Orchard Cup, the Harvest list, as you can see, Nightbot. What? Let me get this correct. It's the qualifiers is the qualifiers for the top 8, not the top 16 as I originally said. And it's going to be tomorrow at 9 PM UTC. That is 10 PM UK time. That is 10 PM UK time. I believe 5 PM East Coast, and I don't think Pacific time has daylight savings, so I believe 1 PM Pacific time. And kind of late for Asia Pacific regions, but I think that's like, wait, do math. Just do some math. It's like 6 AM Japan time, so that's, oh, Pacific time does have daylight savings time, so it's 2 PM daylight saving. It's 2 PM for Pacific time. It's more so the time slot is more so for Western regions, but it is literally I believe the first major in like 2 or 3 months. Yeah, Fuzzy, it's tomorrow. Sign up. Be there or be an O-piece. Be there or be square. I'm signed up. You need to go and tear it up. That rhymes. That was not intentional. Anyway, we're gonna raid her. We're gonna raid Zoe ATX. And thank you for watching Radiant 193. Remember to sign up for Apple Orchard Cup, and remember to stick around for Stratosphere on Sunday. And yeah, there's something special if people get into the top 8. They will be moving on to I'm assuming that's moving on to the finals on June 27th. Alright. Fluttershy HMP voice clip for top 8. What? Fuzzy, I am confusion. Anyway, that is goodbye from me, Hontnog, aka Dragonite. Yep, goodbye. I will not be yapping anymore. See ya, bye. See ya on Sunday for Strato, and see ya on Saturday for AOC 4.